Hello, my friend. This is Kenneth Hollins with hollinsmusic.com. Thank you so much for taking the time and viewing this video. I'm very excited to share with you the very first edition of a new teaching series that I will be doing on a regular basis entitled From Day One to Professional. And this will be an opportunity for me just to share with musicians things that I really believe will benefit you, things that will enhance you, help you to grow musically, and things that I just believe will help move you forward in the genre of gospel music. So I invite you to stop by on a regular basis and view these videos that I will be doing, the teaching that I will be doing, because I really do believe it'll be worth your time. Okay? So today what I'm going to share with you are some very basic techniques and things that I do to take a simple or a basic chord progression and really develop it and make it something that's stylistic, make it something that's very musical. And so today I'm going to use for an example the song Break Every Chain by Tasha Cobbs, where I will actually play the song just like how I would play it if I were in a church service or a ministry or something like that. And then I'm going to go back and break it down and show you how I developed it, show you how I put it together, in hopes of showing you the same concepts and techniques that I'm using so that you can apply them to different chords or progressions or even songs that you may already know. Okay? All right, so let's jump in. Now, again, if I were playing this particular song in church or something like that, I would approach it like this. Okay? All right, that's it. That's Break Every Chain by Tasha Cobbs. Now, this song is in the key of F sharp minor, or you also could look at it like A major. Okay? Now, I want to show you the actual chords that I'm playing. Now, this song actually only consists of 4 different chords. F sharp minor, and then it moves to D major, and then it moves to A major, and then finally to E major. So it's really just those 4 chords, and then you just keep repeating those 4 chords. So we have the F sharp minor, the D major, the A major, and then the E major. Okay, and you can see on the screen that the actual notes to each chord are listed. Okay, so F sharp minor would consist of F sharp, A, and C sharp. D major would consist of D, F sharp, and A. A major would consist of the notes A, C sharp, and E. And then E major would consist of the notes E, G sharp, and B. Okay, so real simple, real simple. Okay, so if we want to keep it simple, we can play each chord in what you will call root position, with the root being the bottom note. Okay, and so F sharp minor again would be F sharp, A, and C sharp. Okay, and I like to play that root with my left hand while playing that chord with my right, and then we can move to D major, do the same thing, D, F sharp, and A. Okay, and then we just put that root in there with the left hand. Then we keep moving, A major, A, C sharp, E, and then we play the root with the left hand, and then finally the E major, the E, G sharp, and the B. Okay, and we play that root with the left hand. Okay, so those are the basic chords that you play: F sharp minor, D major, A major, finally to the E major. Okay, so that is the basic way of playing it. Now let's see if we can enhance it a little bit. Now here are the different things that that you can do to take a basic progression like this and enhance it a little bit. Okay, the first thing that I love to do is play what's called perfect fifths. Now let me show you this. Okay, now a perfect fifth is when you take the first and the fifth tone of a particular chord. Okay, so for example, we're going to take this F sharp minor chord, which consists of the notes F sharp, A, and C sharp. Okay, now we're going to take the first and the fifth tone of the F sharp minor chord, or we can even look at the F sharp major scale. Okay, let me show you that, where we're actually playing the F sharp major scale. Okay, and of course, the first note would be number 1, second note would be number 2. We keep moving that way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and we just simply take the first tone and the fifth tone. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we call that the perfect fifth. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the perfect fifth with my left hand while playing the minor chord with my right hand. Okay, now what that perfect fifth does, it gives my chord somewhat of a fullness to it, or a warmth, or just a bottom fullness to the chord. Okay, now I can do the same thing on all of the other chords as well, where if I want to play the D major and I want to play the perfect fifth with my left hand, I would simply take the 1 and the 5 of the major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The first and the fifth would be the D and the A. Okay, and I'll play that with my left hand. Okay, and so we just put all that together. All right, D major with the right hand, the perfect fifth with the left, and we put that together. All right, and that perfect fifth gives me a little body to the chord. All right, we'll do the exact same thing for the A major. This is A major. The perfect fifth would be the first and the fifth, A and E, and then we do the same thing for the E major chord. The perfect fifth would be the E and the B. Okay, so again, the perfect fifth for F sharp minor would be with the left hand F sharp and C, and then for D major it would be D and A. For A major it would be A and E, and then E major it would be E and B. Okay, and mind you, I'm doing all of these perfect fifths with my left hand. Okay, so that's the perfect fifth in F sharp, perfect fifth in D, perfect fifth in A, perfect fifth in E. Okay, and that gives me just a nice little warmth and body to the chord. Okay, so now let's put it together, just playing the root position triads with the perfect fifth with the left hand. Let's see what we can come up with, just using that technique alone. Okay, one more time. F sharp minor with the perfect fifth, D major with the perfect fifth, A major with the perfect fifth, E major with the perfect fifth. Okay, real simple, real basic. Okay, but it makes the chord sound a little bit fuller when you put that perfect fifth in there. Okay, now let's take it a step further. Let's go a little further with it. All right, now another thing that I like to do is what's called adding the second tone. Adding the second tone. Okay, now what I mean by adding the second tone is, if we were to take, say for example, if we were to take the D major chord, okay, we know that the D major chord consists of the notes D, F sharp, and A. Okay, Now, if we were to take the second tone, it's just a matter of playing the D major scale and figuring out what the second tone of the scale would be. So if we were to play the D major scale, okay, I'll play that again. The D major scale would consist of D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and D, okay? First tone is D, and the second tone is the E, okay? Second tone is E, so the D major chord would be this, and with the added second would be that. So we're gonna play D, E, F sharp, and A. So that would be D major with the second tone added, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is to each one of these chords, the F sharp minor, the D major, the A major, and the E major, I'm going to add the second tone. And what that second tone does, it just adds a little color to your chord, adds a little flavor to it, just makes it a little richer sounding, okay? So I'm going to add that second tone to each one of the chords, and let's see what it does to the actual chord itself, okay? So this is F sharp minor without the second tone. Now I'm going to put the second tone in. Let's see what difference it makes. This is F sharp minor without. This is F sharp minor with the second tone, okay? So we went from here to here. All right. Now let's do the same thing with the D major. All right, this is D major without the second tone. Now let's put the second tone in it and see the difference that it makes. All right, the second tone would be the E. All right, that's D major with the second tone. All right, let's do the A major. All right, this is A major without the second tone. All right, this is A major with the second tone right here. All right, and then one more, the E major. E major without the second tone. This is E major with it. Okay, so it doesn't change the chord a whole lot, but it does add a little color to the chord. Makes it just a little bit richer, okay? And I like to include that second tone with my minor and my major chords, okay? So let me play it again, and this time I'm going to play the perfect fifth with the left hand, as well as play the triads and include that added second tone. And let's see what we come up with, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, one more time. Okay. All right, so it's starting to sound a little bit richer, okay? Now let's take it a step further. We're going to take it a step further. We want to take it higher a little bit each time, okay? So let's take it a step further. Now this is another thing that I like to do with songs like this to try to make them a little bit more musical, a little bit more expressive, okay? I like to use what's called arpeggios, okay? Arpeggios. Now, an arpeggio is when you take the notes of a particular chord and you play them not all at the same time, but one at a time, okay? You play the notes one at a time, and that's called an arpeggio. And we're going to do three kinds of arpeggios. We're going to do ascending arpeggios, descending arpeggios, and then arpeggios at random, okay? And I'm going to demonstrate and explain all of those, okay? So an arpeggio, for example, for F sharp minor would be like that, okay? Instead of playing all of the chords, or the chord at all of the notes rather at the same time, we would break the notes up like that. Okay, and of course I'm using my sustain pedal to sustain the note. Okay, if I were not using the sustain pedal, it'd sound like this. Okay, so of course you need your sustain pedal to do this. Okay, now I'd like to incorporate the perfect fifth with the chords that I'm playing with my right hand while using an arpeggio. Okay, so this is how we could do it. For the F sharp minor, we're going to do the perfect fifth, which is the F sharp and C sharp, and then F sharp, A, C sharp. Okay, it could be like this. All right, that's what you will call ascending. Now let's go to the next chord, the D major. All right, now if we do the arpeggio, I'm playing the perfect fifth with the left hand and the chord with the right, it would look like this. Okay, again. All right, now if I do the ascending arpeggio on the A major, it would look like this. All right, and then the ascending arpeggio on the E major, it would look like this. All right, so let's see what we can come up with when we put all of the chords together using the ascending arpeggio. All right, here we go. Okay, all right, okay, real simple, real basic things, but we're taking it higher each time we play it. Okay, so now let's try the descending arpeggio. All right, now when I play the descending arpeggio, one thing that I like to do is I like to hit the root of the chord with the top note of the actual arpeggio. Let me demonstrate. If we were playing the descending arpeggio, it would be like this. Okay, again. All right, moving from right to left. But what I like to do is when I hit this top note, I like to hit the root at the same time just to establish the actual sound of the chord, okay? So I like to hit the top note and the root at the same time when I'm doing a descending arpeggio. So it would be like this. Then, and then to the E. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate the second tone to each one of these chords, ascending and descending, okay? So now the second tone for F sharp minor, of course, would be this G sharp here, okay? All right, so now what we're going to do is incorporate the second tone to each one of the chords while we are ascending, and it would sound like this. Okay, one more time. All right, that was ascending. Now let's try the same thing, this time descending, where we're going to play the chords with the added 2, but we're going to descend, moving from right to left this time, okay? All right, let's try it. Okay, real simple, okay? Now, this time, we're going to take it a step further. We're going to take the same concept of the perfect fifth with the left hand. We're going to take the same concept of playing the chords with the added 2 and playing arpeggios, but this time, we're going to play the notes at random. So it's not necessarily going to only be ascending or descending, but we're going to mix it up, okay? And let's see what we can come up with when we play the notes at random, okay? Here we go. One more time. Okay. All right. So you see how we can just take some real basic concepts and develop it, and it's becoming more and more and more musical each time. Okay. Let's take it even a step further. Now let's take the same concepts, and what we're going to do now is we're going to play it beyond just one octave. And what I mean by that is, instead of just playing in this one area, we're going to use more of the actual keyboard itself, just to get a bigger sound and to also make it a little bit more musical, okay? So I'm going to use the exact same concepts and techniques, but this time I'm going to play more range of the actual piano or keyboard itself, okay? Let's see what we can come up with. Okay? All right, so can you see how you can take these real simple little concepts and you can really develop it into something that's real nice that you can use pretty much almost for any song, okay? So what I want you to see is not just necessarily how you play this particular song, but how you can take those techniques and you can use them on any song you want, okay? So again, that was the song Break Every Chain by Tasha Cobbs. So there may be something that you can add to your playing repertoire, but at the same time, mainly to take those techniques, okay? So I hope this was something that was beneficial to you, something that you can use, something that you can add to your playing. And always remember, you can go to our website, hollandsmusic.com, and you can sign up for more free lessons, exclusive lessons that aren't on our YouTube page, as well as we have several products in our store area. And you also can sign up for Skype lessons one-on-one with me, so I can help you with basically anything that you would like to work on, okay? Not only that, we are also doing custom song tutorials. So if there is a song that you need help with, can't figure out that chord, can't figure out that lick, we will do an actual custom tutorial for you where you can actually see my hands on the keyboard as well as the notes lighting up, and I'll be calling out all of the notes. So you can just go to our website, hollandsmusic.com, and you can get signed up and you can find so many wonderful